Do you think you're a baritone because you can't comfortably hit high notes, or you're a soprano because your low notes are weak? What if I told you these labels of baritone, tenor, soprano might actually be holding you back? Today, we're diving into why voice type is often misunderstood, why it's not the end-all be-all, and how to truly understand your voice without putting it in a box. Before we dive in, be sure to click subscribe and like the video. And if you would like a full PDF download of my best-selling book, Beginning Singing at No Cost, click the link below in the description. Let's start here. Voice type is just a tool. It's not some life sentence on your voice. It's not something that should limit you. Now, we like labels. We latch on to them because it tells us where we belong. It gives us a sense of vocal identity. I'm a baritone, so I don't have to worry about singing high, or I'm a soprano, so I'm always going to get the melody. But your voice type is just one piece of the puzzle. Many people often confuse vocal range with vocal Fach. Just because you can hit a high C, it doesn't make you a tenor. Yeah! I'm a baritone in my 60s. My voice is not a tenor voice. I'm not going to train it exactly the same as a tenor, and we'll get into that. But it doesn't limit me as to what I can sing. I'm just going to sound different from a tenor. It's not that you're a baritone and that's it. It's more complex than that. So what is this Fach thing? It's a German word meaning compartment, and it is a method used to classify singers basically for opera. It's based on range, vocal weight, tone color, and where your voice transitions. Now, these transitions, called passaggi, they're super important. The Fach system, I have to be careful how I say that, was created for casting roles in operas. It's to make sure that a voice fits the demands of the role. This helps the casting directors as well as the singers. Learning an opera is a huge task, and you don't want to be trying out for roles that don't fit your voice, whether you have a more lyric-sounding tenor or whether you have a more dramatic, heroic-sounding tenor. This is important in the world of opera. It's also helpful in classical music and choirs. It helps choir directors make sure that voices within a section are going to blend well together, that they're similar, but it's not meant to limit you. Let's talk about why this doesn't apply to most modern music. Popular genres, pop, R&B, rock, indie, they don't follow the same rules. We don't follow classical Western harmonic structure, and we certainly don't follow the aesthetics. Our goal isn't to blend, it's to stand out. It's for the voice to be unique. There's not an aesthetic about vocal purity or beauty. It's about individuality. That's what's wonderful about modern music. You're not going to hear people say Adele shouldn't sing that because she's a mezzo-soprano. People love her for her emotion, phrasing, her feel, the color of her voice. It's not a vocal category. Now, in the world of classical music, you may have a favorite soprano or a favorite tenor. There's even 5 or more categories of just tenor. But pop fans, we have favorite voices, very unique ones, imperfect ones, but voices with identity. So what should you focus on instead? Here's a better framework. Look at passaggi. Where does your voice naturally transition between registers? There's a general area where singers will go into what's called the mix, or this transition between the lower and upper register. But that can be a little different depending on your voice type. There's tessitura. What area of the voice feels the most expressive and free? Your tone color. Do you tend to be lighter, brighter, rich, dark? And then ease. Where does your voice feel effortless? Where is your voice most authentic? Now, we can change some of these parameters, especially if you're not singing in a balanced coordination. That's where vocal exercises and training come in. But in general, there's going to be a sweet spot in your voice. Now, these transition points in the voice, the passaggio, this mix area. If I sing the B flat below middle C, hey, that's not a big event in my voice. I don't feel a transition, but if I were a true bass, I would start to feel something there. But if I sing the G above high C, yeah, that is a bigger event for me than it would be for a lighter, higher tenor, especially being older. Now, your voice is not fixed. It can evolve with training, time, the right technique. You can unlock more range, but as you get older, it's also challenging because age conspires against us with weakness, stiffness, and atrophy, and it certainly wants to do it in the voice. I've worked with singers in their 50s, 60s, 70s, beyond, who've been able to add higher notes, more tone, richness, and agility in their voice. So age is not a limit. However, it's going to be a different voice than you had in your 20s and 30s. And these transition points can shift. They can move down, happen a little sooner as the voice ages. So yes, you should explore your voice type, but don't let it define you. It's a starting point. It's a guide. It's not a boundary. You can use it to help guide some of your musical choices, your vocal training, but sing songs that you love. Stretch out, experiment, be curious. Your voice, it's a living, growing instrument. So treat it like one. If you've had experience in being labeled a voice type, I'd love to know if you felt it's been helpful or if it's been limiting. Just let me know in the comments below. And until next time, to better singing. Take care.